Everyone is good. Neoranto is doing some practice on the save finish, and we're starting with the first round. So as we start, everyone safely makes the first turn, going to the grass section. Neoranto sacrifices a bit of speed, but they're still there. Looks like eeli does not have the best of lines, and yeah, they actually end up crashing. Flames looks like they're still having some connectivity issues, but it's good enough for them to stay on the server for the time being. Neoranto loses some more ground in that drift, so I'm going to switch over to Flames. 0.2 behind of Steg. They need either a mistake from Steg or like an insane push, because there's definitely not a 0.2 to gain in the last two corners. But they actually end up making a mistake themselves, dropping the gear into the drift. And so Steg takes the first round. With a 0.3 time, that's definitely not the fastest. I think eventually we're going to see like a 59 time also in this vision from Steg. It may just take a couple of rounds to warm up to that level. It's definitely possible. A bit of a wide start from Flames, but they keep a good amount of speed, so they ended up even with the eeli and Steg. They choose a very much more aggressive approach to drift, which is paying off. They are now head-to-head with Steg. Nothing between them. eeli in the back on the other end after a small touch. But seems like Steg can make the difference into the sausage drift. Let's see the outside dirt, who comes out of top of that. Ooh, Flames had a bit of a release for entering the dirt, and then a huge mistake here. This leaves Steg alone in front. And that's another 0.3. So it looks like Steg is very consistent on this time. And this seems to be enough to be winning rounds. So keep it up that way. On the scoreboard, Steg with the 100 points, untouched, and everybody else on 86. Kind of nice. Neoranto again, not with the best of starts. Looks like it's going to be a three-way round. Everyone makes the first rift this time. eeli, very nice line on the uphill dirt. Gains a bit in the lead. Looks like they may have like the best pace of the bunch, but maybe they lack a bit of consistency, and so that showed in the crashes during the previous rounds. Yeah, looking for something slightly different here. Talking about different things, Steg is now leading again with a very good end. It's a bit of a slower round, but it was a good round. Yeah, Flames is not happy about that mistake. Right at the very end. Very unfortunate. Last round for this iteration of Bodo Water, or whatever you want to call it. Start seems to be pretty much the same as the other rounds, with Neoranto struggling a bit to keep up with the pace of the other people. Steg is leading once more. And Flame has to catch up a bit. That's not going to happen with that line though. he had very poor exit speed out of that, so I'm going to switch over to eeli, who has a chance to crash into the walls due to the wet wheels. We'll thank the mapper for those. And so Steg can safely make it to the finish again, despite losing the gear in the last drift. They don't really need to drive any faster than this. But as I said before, there you go, a 59 time. We got there. So we got Steg with a perfect first track. Other folks struggling a bit more. We got 2 on 75 points, Neoranto on 66. Neoranto is definitely the player who is struggling the most. They don't seem to really have the pace to match the others at this point in time. But maybe things will change on this track. It's a bit of a different concept. It's more classic. There are no strange things happening. Just like tight driving, tight transitions. Yeah, let's see who comes on top of this. Also, I don't have like the cool like intros for the tracks, so I just need to like improvise. If I could beatbox like do 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 do, boom 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 boom, do 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 do, wow wow wow, do 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 do, wow wow. I hope you enjoyed that. So from this warm-up, looks like Steg is fairly confident on this one. They know they got the pace, but they just need to deliver the times. We'll see if any mistakes will come out of this. And here we go. First round on Kane, or whatever that's pronounced. I have never seen that word actually. Neoranto with a very inside line on the first drift. That's not the line that you want to take. They're going to have no exit speed. Not ideal at all. Also, thank you, Lin, and for the follow. Welcome. Now, back to the match. We got Steg in front, rest of the pack following in an orderly manner, like 0.1 apart. And I know from the seeding matches that if you really sand the last drift, and if the player in front kinda saves it, you could gain over 10 from that. Yeah, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. Steg wins this round. Here comes second. Flames third. Neoranto, unfortunately, continues the streak of 4th places. Into the second round. I think I'll try to follow eeli for this one, as they seem to be the closest to Steg on this track. So I hope that they're going to show us some good driving and close up battles. And as soon as I choose them, I start driving in front, so I cannot see anybody else. Also, the choice may be affected by slight connection issues. Hopefully that will stop happening, and a huge mistake. That's going to be a gear soup from here to the end for them. And a bigger mistake from Flames though. This is an opportunity for Neoranto now! Neoranto! The fiesta. Full fiesta going on here. It was a great opportunity for Neoranto to steal the third place. And they do! Flames decide to not pick the end, and actually they end up DNFing this round. Somehow. That's very heavy on the scoreboard. That's a -12 instead of a -10. Those points are going to be important in the end. And now the situation starts to become even more clear, with Steg still with 100 points. Just cannot beat this man. Or can you? Eeli is trying again. They are a bit wide on the plastic though. They will have good exit speed. But that doesn't matter. Because they are wide again on the dirt too. So it's a battle between Steg and Flames. With a very comparable line, but Flames goes a bit too wide there. They are probably not confident to risk that line. And somehow Eeli, with a huge amount of speed, came back to take first place. And for the first time, Steg is defeated. They now know how it feels to be mortal. Nothing will be the same anymore. While we're going to the fourth and last round on this track. I want to get some screen time for Neo. This time, they get a good start. They are up there. Come on, Neo. Bit of airtime, not ideal, not the end of the world either. As long as they keep it clean in the plastic, there's still hope. There was no more hope. Let's move to Flames then. This time around, it doesn't look like Steg is giving an opportunity to the competition to challenge, but I was wrong because they make a small mistake into the dirt, and now it's going to be a battle to the last drift. With Eeli again with better speed, Flames touching the wall, and Eeli winning the second round in a row. Nice. Looks like the Eeli is warming up finally. Fortunately, the gap at this point is kind of big. So it's going to be a very, very hard challenge for Eeli to catch that up. But everything is possible. This track is again very different. And I didn't get any feedback on my incredible presentation on the track before. So I'm going to do it again. Wow, wow, wow. What's that? Wow, wow, wow. Slide. Grass. Wow, wow, wow. Whatever you want to call this. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, it looks like the players are exchanging a few suggestions with each other. Flames is confessing that they have a problem with seeing the number 1 on their cars. Steg is suggesting to avoid that with Open Planet plugins. That can be a good suggestion. Neoranto has a different kind of suggestion. They just suggest to keep crashing and just have the all 4 number on the car to avoid any kind of crashing. It's a strategy that I often used. I don't know why, but it doesn't really win matches. But yeah, the pressure is definitely off. So I cannot disagree with that tip. Alright, and we start the first round on the third track. Someone decided to dive into the hole. That someone was unfortunately Neoranto. That's definitely not the line that you want to take. But unfortunately for us, the top three made it clean, and they are now battling with each other. Let's see who survives the tight dirt section. Flames actually clean out of it. Not the best line into the plastic though. Steg is going to have a small speed advantage, and it shows. And it shows even more after Flames hits the wall, meaning it's just going to be a procession to the line for Steg, winning yet another round. Decent time, nothing spectacular, but gets the job done. 0.6. And we go into the second round. Let's look at the bug slide. Oh, looks like eeli or Flames. No, it was actually Flames, making a mistake on the bug slide, unfortunately. Yeah, it's one of those sections where if you make a mistake, it's over for you. It's like plus 3 seconds, 2 seconds immediately. Looks like their mistake was not that big, as they are just 0.7 behind. Yeah, still not very forgiving. And we have another round which is not very close. 0.7 from Steg, Flames coming into second, eeli and Neo fourth again. And unless something changes, Neoranto is going to be finalist in the next round, if they get another fourth position. Hello Chris, how's it going? What's the reason for being that shocked? Yeah, people are gaming. And for once, we see Stag in second position actually. Flames with a fairly decent lead. Let's see if they can keep it in the last section of the track. The last couple of times their dirt was not the best. It's not the best either in this case, but it's good enough to survive. One more drift to go. And Stag actually gets a nosslide. So it's an opportunity for Flames to make it to the end. And it's a 0.4. Good time. Flame is not... Stag is not happy about the drift setup for the last turn. And as we predicted, Neoranto is in last chance now. So they need to full send it to hope to survive a bit more. But yeah, situation doesn't look too good for them. They have been consistently at the back of the pack, unfortunately. But maybe Flames is going to give them a hand. As long as Neoranto keeps it clean, they have 0.5 of a gap to the last place. And so they can survive one more round. One more turn to go. Come on, Neo. Nice and wide. Jump to the end. And Neo survives. Nice. Oh, and it didn't really matter anyway, because like you Flames like did more mistakes. Oh, and it was actually a good round at the front, with eeli taking it. Like, he's indeed washed. Neoranto seems incredibly satisfied of their run. I totally get them. And we are back on bottle of water. I kind of feel like we should have some sort of setting on servers that on the second iteration just like turns off warm-up. Like you just have like 10-15 seconds and that's it. Because do another full lap of warm-up is too much, and that was a very nice coordinated crash. Looks like Neoranto knows very well the safe line there. And they are winning the warm-up. And we all know that winning the warm-up is like super important. Once you do that, you are halfway through the job. Oh, and Neoranto actually chooses to do like a slide line. Let's see what could be their time. We are not going to see their time. Neo, come on. Please, don't make us suffer like that. Oh. Mods? Neo is trying to cut. Mods? Mods, get them. Get them, mods. Mod check. Alright, here we go. For the second time, we are on bottle of water. And Neoranto is in last chance. And looks like this may actually be their last round for this match. The gap, like at 1/3 of a track, is already 0.7. So yeah, I know. Like my British pronunciation is not there, not at all. Like I need to lower my voice a bit more and like be more borrow water. But yeah, I just don't have it. Bo. Yeah, and all 7 to Neoranto. It was a hard match for them. They tried everything they could. Unfortunately, they are out of it fairly early. But let's see who gets the 3rd place. At this point in time, Flames has a fairly strong disadvantage, but you never know. Everything can happen. Let's see how they do. At the start of this round, they are in 1st position. Yeah. Fortunately, they had to do a bit of a release there because they were like going straight into a wall. But eeli ended up going actually straight into a wall. So now Flames could just chill in 2nd position. You know, getting 1st will definitely help them, like reaching last chance lower. But there's no big reason to risk. Like they can wait for Steg to make a mistake. The track is not too easy, so that can happen. I'm not going to say anything. I said that could happen. It happened. And hello, Neo. Well played. GG. And Steg testing the safe finish. It was one of the possibilities. How do you know how good my casting was? You're not supposed to be hearing it. You're supposed to be fully concentrated on the match. I guess you're just assuming. Alright. Yeah, but this was clearly my best casted round. Like, all the others were much lower quality. Anyways, we have Flames in first position, but as we noticed that, they make a mistake, allowing Steg to go in first place again. Yeah, surely no one has stream open while they're playing a match. So yeah, looks like eeli is crumbling under pressure. Like, they... One round ago, they had a fairly, like, stable second place. But now, like, the gap is shrinking. And especially because, like, Flames is winning another round. The next match fixing scandal. Steg is on purpose missing the finish. Clearly, I see it. The Scots are helping Flames. Let's do a background check on Flames, please. Maybe they have like some Scottish heritage there, and there is some like Scottish mafia going on here. But yeah, at this point in time, the point gap between Flames and eeli is only 8, while Steg sits at 69 points in the lead.
Nice.
Unfortunately, though, this is not going to be a good round for Flames. And from the look of it, there is the very real opportunity for eeli to increase the gap again. But, you know, nothing is settled. Steg has a very fast line in the dirt. It's going to be harder to make the entry here in this second dirt because of the speed. But eeli decides to smash their car against the wall. And now Steg just needs to make the end. It's not that hard. Just jump here, jump there. Good. And now we have Flames, who he is seriously risking to go on last chance if they come third once more. But as I say that, we switch over to Chain, where actually I think Flames had a bit of a struggle here on the first iteration. So we may see them struggle again. eeli was fairly strong. Let's see if that happens again. Well, surely eeli is not having the greatest of warm-ups. They are 10 seconds behind. Flames also decided to smash into a checkpoint there. Or it's not even a checkpoint, it's just like a finish block placed into the middle of the track to annoy me. Yeah. There's nothing to do during warm-ups. We need to integrate track model into every server, so I can just pop up a window here and start like typing like player names. By the way, I haven't done today's, so is it hard? Is it easy? Can someone tell me? I had to give up on yesterday's because I couldn't really think of any keyboard French players. Right. First round on the second iteration of Chain. And eeli with a very strong start, but very tight line. They won't have good speed, meaning Steg and Flames take the lead. eeli somehow survives the most scuffed of lines I've ever seen, and they are now back in the front. Incredible push from them. Very, very nice. Let's now see the dirt section. I find this very weird. Actually, this turn. Eee! Okay, everyone makes it. Not clean, but more or less. And as said, Flames is going to underperform here, but they are in front. One more drift to go. They just need to make it to the finish. eeli doesn't make it to the finish. Yeah. I did a very preemptive custom curse, apparently. eeli chooses to go for the safe win. I did a bunch of testing. Safe win is actually only 0.6, I think, it's lower than risky fin. So if you add like HUD on and you see that everybody else is full crash, like it's super free. Alright, second round. Flames winning that one. Didn't go last chance, although they will be much closer this round to that happening. But Steg makes a huge mistake, which means that as long as Flames makes it to the end, in first place, they are guaranteed another round, not in last chance. Let's see how the last section of the track goes. eeli somehow with a much better speed, so they take over. One turn to go. And eeli this time doesn't make the same mistake in the drift, and they win this round. Meaning that Flames is going to lose 6 points, which puts them on last chance. We need to see them gain another second place and see eeli third to get a double last chance situation. Let's see if that happens. eeli does not have the fastest of starts, but I saw them like being very fast in the plastic section before, so maybe they will catch up. Ooh, they were so close to clipping there, but they are safe through. But unfortunately, there's a bit of a gap at this point, and it's going to be a huge gap now. Yeah. Like, I hope the team communication are reaching Flames. But it's full safe, deploy the safety car. You don't need to go to the risky fin, just go to the safe fin. Okay. And we do see double last chance. Who will go out? Who will handle the pressure the best? eeli again with a bit of a conservative drift, but they are able to keep a better line to the grass. They do have a bunch of airtime there, but it doesn't matter, and they crash. The team communication are going out again. Flames. You can just save. Release every turn. Safety car, safety car. Yeah. Looks like the team exposed the right kind of data to Flames. They are not taking any chances. One turn to go. Doesn't need to be risked. And eeli says goodbye to the match and takes a third place. Against a fair amount of odds, I would say. Like, Flames was fairly behind at some point. But yeah, they had like the best focus when it comes to like the finalist. or rather the last chance mode on their car, I guess. And so they were able to survive. And now we get again to the mine map. Fujila track. I think at this point it's a bit of a formality. I don't think Flames is going to be able to like win. How much is that? Like 6 rounds in a row? Put Steg into finalist mode. But we'll see. I think now the pressure is off. Like they can just full send all they got. If they get in front, nice. If they don't, they tried. They had a good match. I think this is the best result they could aim for. As a warm-up, that was not super strong. Oh my god. In the chat. Emmanuel Zakaria. In person. The legend. If you are the person stealing my VOD, please stop. I really want to know who registered the Emmanuel Zakaria account. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. Possibly the last round of the match. Steg with a good start. But a bit wonky plastic section, and this allows Flames to go into the lead. And the backslide actually amplifies that, and there's now 3 of the gap. Let's see if Steg can pull out something special and catch up. Ooh, I guess they can, because Flames makes a mistake. They touched the exit of the reactor section, and Steg had so much more speed going into the plastic. And this leaves them into the first place. 1 drift to go. Everything looks fine. I think they are out off because they are just sending it. And yeah, it's the GG. Well played, everyone. It was a nice match.